Hello, welcome to your Navratri Day 6 reading. We're running a day late, so now we have surrendered to Divine. So this is basically retrospective about what has happened, in your life. Especially today, I'm feeling this need to honestly begin figuring out the energies that have been against you or opposed to you. I don't know how I got into this. I've shuffled these cards continuously for so many years now. Tarot, these cards in a sense, tarot cards. Okay. Trying to figure out oppositions and energies that have been against you and possibly were placed within people who were closest to you. It's got nothing to do, that particular person, that soul, not everybody were at the core or originally against you, or neither are they against you, but it's somehow because we haven't figured out what the opposition's energy, what the opposition energy is like. Emotions are running high, okay? It's because we haven't sort of come to a understanding, mutual agreement with the energy of existing opposition, and then that having no knowledge of it, or having slight bit of knowledge of it, but not being able to accept it or fathom it, or have any logical understanding or build a logical understanding of its existence. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so this could be our goal. We are very close to achieving it. Energy is gaining momentum. Meditate and contemplate. The sooner we do this, the sooner our goals are set in motion, okay? The sooner we figure out how to accept, be completely aware of the fact that there is opposition energy. Like we have negative and positive polarities of a magnet, north and south pole, not the direction east and west. We always have opposite, black and white, dark and light. These are general, universal concepts. But on a personal level, if you understand who you are and the purpose of your existence and you accept it, if you gain insight into self-knowledge and understanding, then you're going to understand what is the opposite and that it exists. A new romantic cycle begins. There's something about the unions happening and a connection with us being able to accept it, not in our life, accepting that these energies exist as not only just as a universal concept, but it's very closely personal as well, these opposition energies. You and your loved ones are safe. So this exercise of you being aware and accepting is going to enhance or bring about safety of you and your loved ones. What was this? Adjustments are required. So once you recognize this opposition energy, and the main hosts of this, not the ones that are affected by it, because we've been trying to maintain some sort of safe distance from the main host, the people who have actually been nasty and hurtful to us, right? Or are very clearly like that. It's going to bring about a sort of, so you've got to adjust in such a way that your focus should be driven more on accepting that they are around. Once you accept them and acknowledge them, the hold that they have on your life, or these people who were covertly, like, indirectly being nasty towards you, they also had a hold on your life. There is a reason why this opposing energy got to them, and eventually that connection or relationship has become estranged, sour, right? So they are being moved, adjusted out of your life, because opposites attract is for me personally, according to my observations, it's a very, very twisted concept. It's a misleading quote when applied directly. When we say metaphorically, all of that, like scientifically, yeah, sure, it does fit in, but currently what we are trying to figure out, it definitely does not fit into that, okay? So the adjustment is going to have to be where you let go of the unsupportive, the opposite, the energy, the people, the connections that have basically consumed your life and created a sort of disparity. It's like your entire life is going against you at this moment. It's because you haven't figured out how to adjust these oppositing parties out of your life, and at the same time bring in supportive energy, supportive people into your life now. Okay, that is the adjustment that this card is talking about. It's time to take action. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So even if you have good intentions, but if you're not taking actions and making the required adjustments, your life is going to be hell, which is possibly right now, and that is why we are unable to figure out why is it happening. It's because we have good intentions for our lives, obviously. In general, good intentions. We want to live our life as what is good intentions? Living our lives according to what is the best suitable to us, to our energies, to our purpose, to our happiness, is in alignment with us, okay? But we have been making adjustments to accommodate things that are against this good intentions, or opposite to this good intentions, okay? And just because opposites attract, if you found that unyielding life attractive, if you found somebody who's completely out of alignment or opposite to you and what your life should be like in all aspects, love, career, if you found that appealing and attractive, it is just probably to teach you basic physics, is all I am going to say. Somebody's life has been put on hold so that they can reflect, like how we are reflecting right now, okay? So these are the points that we're supposed to reflect in retrospect. Imagine if you would have chosen the career that was most in alignment with you, in agreement with you and what is suitable to you, rather than going for something that felt appealing at the moment, because there was that thrill and adventure of it being something completely in alignment, out of alignment with you, right? Most unsuitable to you, and that's a new world that you're never going to be a part of. Imagine if you would have, it's going to be a cruel situation for you. Imagine if you would have chosen that life partner which you truly wanted to, based on who you really wanted to choose that life partner, okay, instead of what society approved. And you knew at the core of your existence that this was completely opposite to your liking. Imagine if you would have chosen to at least wait till that person came into your life, and you knew what was the right time for you to settle down and get married to. So maybe the choice was to remain single, but instead you chose the opposite of being in a relationship, in a committed relationship. And that is out of alignment with your life factor energies, right? 1144, as I said that. 6 of Pentacles. Now, this is again the same energies as adjustments are required. Your past is giving you hints and clues, okay? Retrospective action. Go back to the memories of the choice points that have completely worked out opposite to what you thought it was going to turn out, okay? Whether it be friendships, whether it be family aspects, whether it be career aspects, monetary aspects, social aspects, all of that. Consider those choice points and put it in the appropriate category where it has been a completely out of alignment, a opposing decision, and you can then begin to start, this is called back flush accounting, like you go backwards. A predictive analysis is when you look into the future, but there are adjustments required when it comes to your psyche, your thought forms, your decisions, on what course correction, what adjustments, retrospective adjustments that you need to make. We cannot change the past events, okay? We cannot bring that time back, but we can change our thought forms to become more suitable, right? That friendship, that relationship, that business, that career was out of alignment with us, which means we have the correct perspective according to what are suitable life choices for you as a soul, okay? For you as a soul in this 3D. Pentacles, 3D. 4 of Swords, deep contemplation and meditation. Okay. You are going to get answers. There's confusion. The adjustments are going to have to be made in the way you think about life. Okay? 4 of 4, Aries not found. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. There is a very dominating opposition energy that is missing right now. It's missing. You don't have anything clouding your judgment or understanding of you being the soul that has been put on this planet, right? With a purpose, with something to do. That is becoming very, very clear to you. How you understand this is by first understanding that which you are not. The 4th card in the major arcana in tarot is the Emperor, is also the Divine Masculine card, as well as the card, the Aries card, zodiac sign Aries. Okay, so, and both the zodiac sign Aries, that energy is extremely dominating. It's very forceful. I'm not talking about the people, I'm talking about the archetype of Aries. Okay, and also which will include people who are born under this zodiac sign. That energy is missing. You might find these people missing from life scenario, especially in the past. Okay, you might find the divine, when your divine masculine energy, not divine masculine energy, when your divine masculine energy was extremely corrupted. Okay, extremely corrupted, heavy with non disagreeable factors put into that energetic field. That is what is toxicity. And it's a very forceful, it's not forceful energy. The masculine energy is a very heavy energy. Why? Because it brings about consequences. So in the past, when this energy was focused on opposing energies, like opposite life situations to what your life situations need to be, because you were unaware that you are a soul who is actually functioning in the 3D, and because you need a soul, for the soul to be an actual participant in the 3D has to be in a body. Okay, so this is exactly why you have a body, and for that body to move around, to function, it needs a mind. Okay, so your soul has a body and a mind. When you were completely unaware of being a soul, and you were like, okay, this is my body, this is the age, this is where I was born, this is the language that I speak, this is the religion I belong to, this is the nationality I belong to, and then okay, this has happened to me along all of these years, and this is the choice points that I had to make, because my body was present here, my mind was looking at everything around me and drawing in situations, but my energy was completely unable to match with it. There was nothing matching. Everything was basically just an opposing. Everything was going against what you were truly capable or were being asked to do. Disagreeable. Right? So that energy basically has moved away. The disagreeable portions, it's like a general purge. Whatever was in your masculine field that was corrupting it, making it heavy, pushing you towards thinking and making room for things that were completely against you, room for things, people, places that were completely against you. Now that energy has gone away. 404, right? This could also mean for people that a manipulative, a fire sign energy, a Queen of Wands, has moved away, moved out of your life, and now a sort of clearing is happening. A sort of clearing is happening where you are finding yourself in that place, and where you're not going to manipulate, but now you're going to start manifesting. Okay, so we have the masculine corruption, corrupt heavy energies missing, gone completely, and also the manipulative feminine energy moving away into your sovereignty. The Queen of Wands energy is basically you being in charge of your own life. justice, karmic justice, action. Karmic justice is basically making sure that these energies were moved away. Somehow we have achieved that. Everybody's method was different, is what I'm sensing. We have achieved removing these people, especially people, removing these people out of our lives. And now this is it's in the future place, okay? So we have the Six of Pentacles in the past, we have the Four of Pentacles in the present. In the future we have the Magician, and the overall reading energy is the Justice card, and then the underall energy is the Queen of Wands. Somebody was sitting on top of some property that did not belong to them, okay? You have identified that sort of person, and now it's time to take those type of people. It's now to take that lot of people who have been sitting on your wealth, resources, sitting on your resources, holding you, looking at you as a object, resource, and you allow these people to sit on top of your resources and to objectify your life, to deny you access to things that you are supposed to be using in this lifetime, okay? You're moving these energetically. These people have completely moved out. Some action might be you might need to take some action. Yesterday we had termination of relationship, especially work relationships. All right, so that it is the time to do that. Termination, this is also work related. Termination of work related things, a termination of some sort of succession as well, because Six of Pentacles is like, okay, this thing goes over to this person. You handed it over to somebody in the past, right? Now that handover, all that person, all those people did was just sit on top of the resources without making use of it, right? So now is the time to, whoever you handed things over to, and if they have just sat on top of it, this is an opposition energy. This is a opposition working field energy, okay? They will get those jobs, work to get those hand-me-downs, handovers, whatever in the workplace, just to make sure that the work that you were supposed to do in this lifetime, in this field of work, you don't get to do, which means they keep you stuck. They keep you stuck in life. It's like you're supposed to work at one place and move forward. When you're done, you're supposed to move forward to another thing. That is going with the flow. Your energy is supposed to be flowing, right? But this opposition energy works in, it won't let you use your resources to make a point. That causes a delay, that causes stagnancy, right? So right now you're able to energetically sense that these people, the grip that they had on your resources has completely diminished. What you are going to manifest after that is going to be a representation the true representation of your life, the true representation of the material world aspects of your life. Without this, I don't know if you're supposed to take any action. Two of Wands. this is a general adjustment that is being made in the world. Ace of Pentacles. You're being asked to observe, intently observe this coming about, this magic coming about, okay? And the High Priestess. You know this is happening intuitively. So basically this is happening energetically. This is also a lesson on the true nature of our existence, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands activating that power within us to bring things about. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Cups, your wishes being fulfilled. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? In the same spread as the Queen of Wands is. So I have 3 clarity spreads, and then we have the Five of Cups. There is something about the regrets. Let's see what... Regrets from the past. Okay, regrets about the past, opportunity lost of taking of, but you're going to get some sort of clarity on that issue. So we have the Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, that is past, present, future, and the Nine of Swords. Right now there's too much information to process because clearly, and we have the Empress here, so that's again nurturing energies. So regretting not being nurturing towards the life situation, the possibility of life that you could have created. She's holding a belly, okay, which indicates that she's pregnant. So metaphorically speaking, we all have the ability to create the life that is more caring and nurturing towards us. But unfortunately, we have a lot of information in our minds because we have been dealing with, we chose people who were against and opposite to us. We've placed people in important roles that we were supposed to delegate, people to in those roles that are opposite to what you are trying to create in the workplace, which indirectly, and not even more than 1 degree removed indirectly, okay? It's like the cousin first removed. It's that close. It's still in the tree of your life creation, right? You have created an adverse life, adverse information which is opposed to life you're supposed to be creating. And several degrees removed to something which is core your life, like where you live, what you're eating, who you're interacting with, who are your neighbors, what you're seeing outside your windows and doors, what's the temperature like. All of this is in our hands to create. But we have a lot of opposition energy, a lot of unresolved stuff that other people are bringing and influencing our life. These are the other people that we invited instead of the right people. Okay, that who are sitting there. Now there's going to be a energetic release, okay? The energy of the King and Queen of Wands. This is like a energetic, passionately driven power couple. It's happening energetically. You and your divine counterpart are bringing this wish fulfillment of the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups together. Okay? It started somewhere in the past, possibly right at birth. But because all of these opposite adverse suggestions that were made to you, especially maybe at the time when you were introduced to the world. And all of us were introduced. It's not going to be the debutante ball for everyone. The lights just flickered. It's not going to be the debutante ball for everyone, okay? It's going to be different in a way. It's really freaky when it does that at one particular word. It's not about that word, but debutante ball, okay? No, the third time is a confirmation, like as to something's up energetically. Anyway, so we are introduced. Every person is introduced to the world in different ways. Some are introduced at a very, very early age to the world as a child prodigy or somebody who has something special or to contribute at a very early age, okay? But let's just say that you were introduced to the world somewhere around the ages of 16 and 17, the first board exams of your life, where, you know, was that A levels or whatever, where now this report from school, high school, was the first report that was generated that goes outside in the world for you to find that higher educational space that is more suitable to this report that was generated, right? 144. Now, at that time, that is the time when you and your divine counterpart were both obviously introduced to the world, to your energies became very, very clear to each other. Up until that point, you were possible. Yes, of course, divine counterparts' energies are evident to the divine counterparts at a very young age, but they are sort of like complementary. Like, okay, energetically, there is this energy which is running exactly in parallel to me. So this might translate as you being very energetic children, enthusiastic children, all-rounders, participating in a lot of activity, having a lot of enthusiasm, running around a lot. That like, you know, you might have been super active during your school years, right? Without knowing that without being attached to this energy in the physical, or having physical awareness of this person being there. It's like you are creating that energy with activity and, you know, participating in your life hands-on, and creating that energetic footprint of not footprint, the energetic energetic footprint of it's like a supportive energy. It's not energetic footprint, but like energetic flare. It's like a flare gun going up in the air. That's a correct thing for your divine counterpart to sense. And then your divine counterpart is also doing the same thing, and you're sensing them. So it's like that unknowing, like, you know, supportive energy, you know, it's fairy tale like, you know, I have this imaginary friend somewhere out there in the world. Is that type of a thing. But there was at some point, and it could have been younger for a lot of people. It could have. I'm getting somewhere around 10 or 11, 10. I'm getting 10. So one could have been 11, and one could have been 10 or 11. Yeah, that was confirmation. Like the card just like basically slipped out of my hand. And at that point, you were introduced to the world. And right now, there's some sort of physical information coming into your hand. So I think somebody wants to make an offer. This offer has already been crafted. This offer has already been crafted. And since we have the Four of Wands here in the future, we can expect a commitment, an offer of commitment, okay? This is intuitively coming through. And this offer of commitment is going to be from the right person. So from the Four of Pentacles, these wrong people, these people who were just encroaching upon your resources, it's moved to Four of Wands. This is stability. It's like the framework, like of a building, like, one, two, three, four poles, Four of Wands, right? Working together in synchronicity and harmony, and intuitively supporting. Here, right, with the Four of Pentacles, there might be some sort of structure that is also being built. Okay, so it's Four of Pentacles is not only bad, but like there's some sort of physical material structure, like a payment plan of some sort. Somebody's putting money in saving, not using it. That could also be the scenario. That is the other side of the energy, the opposite side of the energy, which would possibly accommodated people in your life that would just, okay, so it's like you need $1,000 to buy the supplies for your business today, your day-to-day expenses. Now this person was sitting on top of it. They did not take that money out for you to actually use for your activities, your day-to-day activities. They did not give it to you. So there was somebody who was just sitting on that and making all sort of excuses, or just not giving you the money. Just imagine like this ATM machine that you go to, okay, which won't just give you money. That is one aspect of this energy. That is something which is opposite to you, right? That is something that this ATM machine is against you. Think about it as a set of people who continuously do that with your own resources, material world resources, which includes time, right? Okay, so but the opposite of that is what is in alignment with you, what is working for you, not against you, okay? What is working for you is like you got to planning. You got to start building structure. You started building a basic foundation of discipline. I'm getting time discipline, time value of money discipline, okay? Time value of money. You can look this concept up. Anchoring, Nine of Swords. Yeah, there is some scenarios that we have anchored into which are opposing to us. At the age of 35, somebody is either thinking about the age of 35 or is 35, so or was 35 at the point when they anchored into something, or realized that they were anchored into something which was against. It's written in the stars. Six of Cups. It's predestination. There's something about a touch of destiny, about someone who might be 35 right now. They're at a crossroads, or it's just like take it as it resonates. If it's resonating, They're at a crossroads because of people who have not only there's pilferages, they're rats. Somebody's ratting out information, somebody's pilferages. Means it's like the resources that are supposed to be used by you or have been kept in stock, in reserve for you to use at a later date, possibly just like in the next 24 hours, or in the next year, like somebody's retirement fund, somebody stealing from somebody's retirement fund, or that sort of a long term, from just like immediate 24 hours to 24, you feel like it has taken, something is being drained, something has been drained. 40, that's 404. We have the Sith, which is the Jack of Diamonds, and then we have the Gentleman, Ace of Hearts. Okay, right now the ability to approach somebody is feeling that their resources have been drained too much to be able to connect with you. Somebody's struggling to communicate the losses that they have faced. This is what they want to first talk to you about, the losses that they have faced, and they don't know how to do it. It's like they want to approach you in a certain way, but right now, and they want to approach you right now and in a certain way, in a more charming way, in a more romantic way, but right now what is the reality of their life is that they're having to deal with this sort of loss that they have faced, and this infestation of rats in their life, especially workplace. Something about a crossroads in the past, or this could also be like the time when y'all had to start making things happen in the physical. Y'all were supposed to meet, and you all met. You all did meet. You all did meet. And it might have triggered memories of the time when you all were very close by in physical vicinity, and that was basically also the first time that you all met, but then you all forgot, right? So, or this could be that you met somebody at an earlier time, and when you met this, when you and your divine counterpart were at that crossroad. The first time when you met, there was a choice point in what you want to create in your life, right? And you all were possibly not ready to come together and work in the physical life and you all had to go your own separate ways. You all chose to meet at a later date, and the portion of that journey forward, meeting at the later date, is inevitable. Look at those two roads. One's going this way and one is going this way. They are meeting somewhere in the future, okay? The portion is where you are figuring this out. They're figuring out on how to bring forth the communication, because they really need to talk to you about this. They do want to approach you in a more romantic, in a more light and charismatic way, but the topic that they're having to discuss is this, and they're just figuring out on how to do that. There is something about a safe house or sinister energy. It's something about starting from scratch in another place, not cutting something, clearing something, clearing a space to start from scratch. So this could be like a new workplace, new secret workspace or something like that, where these mice, these people, these opposite people are not there. So this is what I have for you for this reading, and I will see you in the next one.